Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.stampinup.net, and I'm going to be creating a series of videos using this simply sparkling online exclusive stamp set. This isn't available in any catalogue, but you can get it from my store, slimandstylish.stampinup.net, and I'm going to be using all the fruity pieces. I have a whole host of videos to bring to you using these. So if you've seen the start of this video before, don't worry, it will be a different card. I'm just using the same introduction for each one. So do skip to 2 minutes if you want to. But basically what I'm going to do is get a piece of A4 paper and I'm going to stamp all these images out. And I'm going to do them a whole host of times, colour them all in, then I'm going to fussy cut them all out, and I'm going to create a different video with the pieces from it. So you can see we've got loads of different fruit going on here. I have put them on lots. For the lemons, I am using Daffodil Delight, light and dark, and I'm just going to blend them like that. And I'm using Granny Apple Green, light and dark, for all of the leaf pieces across all of the fruit so that it all ties in nicely together. For the strawberry, I'm using Pebble Path for the little pip bits, and then Sweet Sorbet, light and dark, for the remainder of the strawberry, so that they look like that. I'm going to be using Flirty Flamingo, light and dark, for the cherries, and I'm colouring them in again, so this is how they will look finished effect. And then light and dark Pumpkin Pie for the peaches. Finally, I've decided to make the orange slices into pink grapefruit, and I have used dark Calypso Coral on the rind and then Petal Pink for the middle bits. Once I've coloured them all in, I'm going to go over the top with Wink Stella so they're all shining absolutely lovely and brilliantly, and then I'm going to fussy cut each one out. Now, when you're fussy cutting them, this is how I'm going to fussy cut them. I'm going to go around the fruit and around the leaves so it leaves them attached, okay? So hopefully you can see from each one here how I fussy cut them, but I didn't want to spend hours going through all of that with you. Now I've got these cut out, I'm going to pop them all into a tub with all the rest of them and start creating my cards. Here is today's. So for today's card, you're going to need a piece of basic white cardstock that's 10.5 centimetres by 14.8 centimetres. And you're also going to want the straw. Now this is supposed to be a straw for the can, but I've decided to use it as a border on my card. So I'm just going to keep stamping this all the way up, leaving a short gap between the two so that it looks like a pattern. I really liked the effect that this had on the side of the card. The difficulty was just trying to keep it straight. Next up, I've got a piece of basic white, which I'm cutting to create myself an inch border. This is like a bookmark frame that's going to go along the edge. And one of the things I'm going to do with it first of all is I'm going to emboss it using the stripes and splashes embossing folders. So these are mini embossing folders. They will work with your mini machine. This is just going to create some texture on the side of the card. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. I love these. They're double embossing folders, really handy. And this is the Dazzling DSP that is in the annual catalogue. It comes in champagne and in gold, and I've used it in a few of these projects, and it just adds so much bling to these cards. Even the smallest amount will bling these cards up lovely. So I've popped some seal onto my embossed piece. I managed to get some on the card, but you can just easily rub that off with your fingers. And then you want to stick this onto the strip of the Dazzling Diamond DSP that you get from the catalogue. And just look how that shimmers. It's going to look so great on the card when you stick it down. Now, I'd already put enough adhesive to make sure that that's stuck onto the card, and all I'm going to do is just trim it at the top so that it sits flush and flat. Now, once you've added the extra layers on, you'll notice that you don't even notice that my little straw stripes were a little bit not straight. Who knows? Who knows? And then all I'm going to do is take my fruit and I'm going to keep adding it to this border and decorate all the way down. All of it will then just become background texture. Now I'm doing it so that a little bit of one loops over the other one. Now you can either loop it on top or you can push it underneath, but just make sure a little bit of the fruit is touching the one above it and it will work really well. So this one, for instance, I've just pushed underneath so you can see a little bit there. That way it doesn't look like they're all sitting on top of each other, and it creates a great effect as you go down the card and pops certain ones out. Keep adding one dimensional under each one. Now you could decide to do them flat, so have some of them on dimensionals and some of them flat using your tape, but I decided I wanted all of them stuck up with dimensionals, so it just looked like they were popping off this card. What you could have also done is stuck them all flat and raised the banner itself behind it. That would have also looked good, but I just quite liked these pieces sticking out. I thought it just made them the focal piece, and I really, really thought it was effective. And there we go. Really, really quick to do that. So now I'm just going to be popping the birthday wishes sentiment on here. I looked at using the big best ever, which I've used on quite a few of these cards. If you haven't seen the rest of these series, do go and check them out. I've used that big best ever on quite a few of them. However, I thought that this was really quite detailed on the side, and I didn't want to detract from that at all. So I just wanted a really small and really simple sentiment. So I've done birthday wishes, I've done a little flag on the end of it, and I'm just going to stick this from peeping out of that diamond DSP. How cute is that? I'm going to add some of our iridescent rhinestones onto here. These iridescent rhinestones are great. They're pretty much see-through, but they take on the colour of other things that are on the card, which I think is really quite cool. And I've just popped 5 of them in a row. And then I'm going to adhere this and stick it onto the card base. And that is pretty much it for the card today. How quick and simple was that? So like I said, I have done quite a few cards now with this set, and there's still more coming up. So do please make sure that you're subscribed and go back on my channel to have a look at some of the other ones. It's really appreciated you watching. If you've liked it, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. It really does help with my ratings, so thank you very much. You can also see all of these over on my Instagram at Slim and Stylish, and everything I've used is available from my store, which is listed just here.